Welcome back to another episode of Mysterious Places and Haunted History of New England. In the shadowed folds of Cornwall, Connecticut, shrouded by the dense canopy of what is now called the Dark Entry Forest, lie the skeletal remains of a village known as Dudleytown. It is a place whispered about in hushed tones, a name synonymous with misfortune, madness, and a pervasive, lingering dread. Tonight, we unearth the chilling legend of the Dudleytown curse, a tale that has seeped into the very soil of this abandoned hamlet. The roots of this darkness, some say, stretch across an ocean and back through centuries. The story begins not in the rugged hills of New England, but in 16th century England with Edmund Dudley, an ancestor of the town's founders. Executed for treason under King Henry VIII, he was allegedly cursed upon his name and all his descendants. When the Dudley family, led by brothers Abel and Barzillai, settled this remote Connecticut land in the 1740s, it is believed they brought this ancient malevolence with them. The curse, it seems, had found fertile ground in which to bloom. As the settlement grew, so did the litany of tragedies. The curse manifested in a creeping insanity that seemed to poison the minds of its residents. Tales are told of families succumbing to inexplicable madness, of suicides that defied reason. A man named Gershon Hollister was said to have returned from the Revolutionary War, a changed man. He descended into madness and took his own life. Another resident, a man named Horace Greeley, lost his wife to a strange illness after moving to the cursed land. Perhaps the most infamous tale is that of Sarah Fay, who was struck by lightning and killed, an event local lore attributes not to a random act of nature, but to a sinister, targeted force. Children vanished into the woods without a trace, and mysterious fires consumed homes, leaving nothing but ash and sorrow. One by one, families fled the mounting horrors until by the early 1900s, Dudleytown was left to the encroaching forest, a ghost town haunted by its own history. Beyond the family curse, other theories have been whispered among the trees, that the land was an ancient Native American burial ground, desecrated by the settlers, or that a demonic entity had claimed the woods as its own, corrupting all who dared to live there. Yet, as with all such chilling legends, there is a starkly different story told in the light of day. Historians and researchers point to far more terrestrial reasons for Dudleytown's demise. The New York Times and other sources have illuminated the economic hardships that plagued the settlement from its inception. The land itself was a poor choice for farming. Its rocky, unforgiving soil yielded little sustenance. The town's primary industry was charcoal production, burning timber to fuel the iron furnaces in the valleys below. But as the iron industry declined and more fertile lands opened to the west, the economic foundation of Dudleytown crumbled. The so-called madness and despair can be seen not as supernatural affliction, but as the grim reality of isolation, poverty, and the harshness of colonial life. Today, the land is privately owned by the Dark Entry Forest Association, a group dedicated to conservation and ecological restoration. They are steadfast in their position. There are no ghosts, no curse, only the quiet solitude of a recovering forest. The owners actively discourage visitors, weary of the trespassers and ghost hunters drawn by the macabre legends. Their pleas for privacy, however, often fall on deaf ears. The allure of the curse is a powerful one, and the myth of Dudleytown continues to attract thrill-seekers who trespass onto the restricted grounds, hoping to catch a glimpse of the phantoms that are said to wander the old stone foundations. The legend, it seems, is far more resilient than the village itself. This tale, and many others like it, the novel A Tenacious Grasp on Reality by Sharon Desrousseau, explores this, which inspired this series. You can find her work on both Amazon and Audible. For more documentaries and films related to these chilling histories and the early settlement of New France, be sure to check out the playlists on our 2 YouTube channels, A Tenacious Grasp on Reality and The Point of No Return. Join us next time as we venture into another chapter of New England's most haunted history.